which was then overhit. Giraldez is 36 years old. He's the youngest manager in finally, he's here with Aspas. And we can't quite say yet what it's for. That's the best look we have. It looked like a clothesline from Aspas at the very least, but he's just sent off the captain on the opening day of La Liga. Now, this can be looked at, of course. And the question will ultimately be whether or not this constitutes calling it violent conduct. And I don't think Aspas is going to head for the showers just yet. That doesn't seem egregious enough to send off Iago Aspas. Was it deliberate? Yes. Was it violent? I don't think so. Is it worthy of a yellow card? Absolutely. Quintero Gonzalez is in a tough spot because he's made a decision that he's now forced to reconsider in the first 5 minutes of his top-flight career. And here comes the decision. It's a yellow card for Aspas, who I think was trying to negotiate his way down to a yellow card once the red card came out. Now, of course, the Alaves players will make their argument to Quintero Gonzalez that it is worthy of a red. I think we can all agree, based on what we saw, that a yellow is just. And from that moment, we play on. Well, we saw yesterday that there were a couple of high-powered ways to start the season. Oyan Santhet with a beautiful goal from outside the box to kick off the league for Athletic Club. A couple of new unsung heroes joined, the likes of Crisantos Uche for Getafe, Gabriel Misui for Girona. Who will that player be on the pitch tonight? There aren't too many new players in the starting 11s for either side today. A few for Alaves, as we mentioned, Romero on loan. Perhaps the one unknown is Alaves' new number 10, Conechny. What we also saw from each of the first two games, as is usually the case like last night, is that it takes both teams about 10 to 15 minutes to really get their sea legs underneath them, dust off some of the cobwebs that comes with an off season. That is Conechny, the new number 10, who pirouettes away from trouble, keeps his head up the pitch, finds Ander Guevara. Out wide it goes to Carlos Vicente, the revelation of the second half for Alaves last year. Now Romero, who's left-footed, puts it in nicely, just beyond the reach of the incoming left-handed attacker. I believe that was Conechny. It was Romero last year who ended up making 13 appearances, 5 starts for Almeria. He scored 3 times. They were pretty much relegated from the moment that he got there, so he knew it was just a chance to get some experience with very little amount of pressure. Those are the cobwebs we're talking about. Uh-oh. Starfelt has to recover. Perhaps his heart took an extra beat on his way to recovering that one, but it's worked out for Celta, and Bamba's away. Oh, and he couldn't slot it through. He was looking for Dubicas. Aspas was calling for it on the near side. Musa Diarra. Another addition that Alaves will be excited about as he arrives from Toulouse. They've been stingy with their signings so Vicente, for the moment, stays on side, and then couldn't get it past Bamba. Slotted back in by Blanco. Guevara. Popped over for Guridi. Offside. Preseason for Alaves kept them in Spain at all times. Usually you'll see teams venture outside of their own country, at least for 1 or 2. That didn't happen for Alaves. They began the preseason in a game against Racing Santander, and they kept it local. Real Sociedad, Valencia, Levante, Tenerife, Huesca didn't have to travel too far on any occasion. They did pick up a couple of wins here and there. They kept a clean sheet against Valencia. Of course, take the preseason with a grain of salt. We know that. Guevara might want to think about a change of scenery, so he slots it in towards Guridi. Diarra is in support to his left. Now Guridi picks his head up. Blanco. Blanco over the top. That's a great ball and an unbelievable finish from Kike Garcia. Maybe you can believe it. This is what Alaves do. They are forward thinking. That's why we like La Liga. Because Kike Garcia, at 34 years young, gets on the end of a beautiful rainbow, and Alaves lead it 1-0. Not a whole lot of pressure on the ball. Blanco just thinking about finding the right run, and Garcia surely stays on side, and that is a veteran's header. As calm as you'd like. Just a redirection. All that's required. What a start to the season for Alaves. Well, that will certainly spark the Alaves bench, and it will require Celta to wake up in front of their fans at home, something that Claudio Giraldez did not do in his 4 home games last year. That was lose. It felt last season for Alaves like they didn't quite get everything that they deserved. And even though they finished 10th, you could make an argument that they underperformed based on some of the metrics. Vicente in, Garcia's flick lands into the hands of Ivan Villar. Conechny. Diarra on the 1-2. Was kept out of the byline by Hugo Alvarez. So look at Borja Iglesias, who's here on loan for Celta from Real Betis. A couple of new name signings who are on the bench for Claudio Giraldez today. didn't have the confidence yet to place them directly into the starting 11, something he might consider doing as the season progresses. Guridi's flick on, Garcia holds it up, and is that a corner? No. You've got Borja Iglesias, you've got Moriba. We talk about Alaves and the metrics. Look, they lost a lot of games late last year, or dropped points and turned a draw into a loss or a win into a draw. And despite the fact that they scored only 36 goals, which was the 5th fewest in the league, they underperformed on their expected goals by a difference of 10. That was the 3rd highest number in the league. They were expected to score 46, which means, in the simplest terms, that they were getting into good goal-scoring positions, just weren't finishing as many of them as they normally would on the average. So look at the 4-2-3-1 that Alaves tried to employ and then break free. Not this time. Bamba calling for it with space and time. Looking for Aspas over the top. He's not going to get that call. Nicely played out of the back. Beltran taking all of the space for himself. What a run that was from Beltran. It needed a tidier finish, but hey, from one end of the pitch to the other, we were nearly in goal of the week territory at the very least if he finishes that one off. Missed the target by some margin. Do not underestimate Quique Garcia. There weren't too many goal scorers last year who eclipsed the 3-goal mark in the league for Alaves. Quique was no exception. He scored thrice. Only 2 players, Samu and Luis Rioja, managed to score more than 3 times. And he was one of those players. We talk about the disparity between the goals scored and the expected goals. He was on 7.7 XG last year. Safe to say that for the moment in this new season, he's outperforming. Because the header that he met head on their final third. Switched out from Vicente to Romero. Luca Romero going for what looks to be a cross over the head of Guridi. That's going to be a tough one for Celta to watch back on the tape, because nobody comes out to apply any amount of pressure on Antonio Blanco. Aspas on that yellow card now has yet to put his stamp on the game. Diarra couldn't get it clear. Comes back for Alvarez, who gives it away. Celta confidently working through the spaces, but haven't been able to find a way through beyond the back line. Right now, the easiest direction in which to work is backwards. Dominguez, that's a poor pass, and Vicente doesn't quite have enough on it. It is hot in Galicia, which means it's time for a hydration break. Not the first 30 minutes that Claudio Giraldez envisioned. It's taken Celta a lot longer to grow into this game. You can't quite say now that they're there yet. Alaves have put their noses in front.
Se la comen, ¿vale? Si salta, para el Santu, lo que has dicho antes, y no saltan la presión a la primera, a las bandas.
Ya, venimos, Ander, vamos a Abqar. Abqar, venimos, venga, va para acá. Musa, vamos, abuelo, va, venimos, Quique, escucha, chavales, venga. Muy bien todo. Una cosilla, ya lo corregí con Lucas. Cuando hace una presión Lucas, que es la segunda, o sea, quiero decir que salta aquí Tommy, salta Quique y salta Lucas, Lucas tiene que tapar el pase al exterior, ¿vale? Que no llegamos, porque ya ha saltado Musa aquí, no puede saltar Carlos otra vez. Vale, después, el saque de puerta te lo dan a ti y vas progresando, ¿vale? Cuando esté Lucas allí y reciba para adentro, al área, cargar el área, no quedaros mirando John, Quique, Tommy, cargar el área en esas situaciones, ¿vale? Y después, cuando podamos tenerla un poco, por ejemplo, llegamos hasta aquí solo y hay un pase difícil, tenerla un poco más y tener el cazar con la pelota, ¿vale?
En medio, cerrado, el pasillo tú con Bamba.
Es que le cuesta a los dos. Tommy, Luca, cuando ya va, lo que te he dicho, cuando ya está el balón aquí, estamos ganando, y métete si nos sacan, no le hemos dicho. Pega un grito a Abqar.
These hydration breaks obviously turn into makeshift timeouts, and it allows for what seemed to be not only a positive message, but a forward-thinking one from Luis Garcia Plaza. He wants his players in the box, and it's pretty clear that one goal is not enough. And if that's the style of play that we can expect from Alaves this season, it's risky, and more importantly, it should provide some good entertainment for the La Liga faithful. Let's see if his players can mimic the message. Guevara chipped out wide. That's handled by Conechny. Blocked away by Alvarez. The only team on the front foot through the first half of an hour. And they've done it with about half of the possession that Celta have had. They've got a corner. First corner of the night. Ever since he stepped in to a prominent role at Alaves, Carlos Vicente has been the primary set-piece taker. Takes this one short. Needs to be returned to him. Now chops it back in, and it turns into a goal kick. Didn't quite go according to plan. Certainly plenty of credit goes to Luis Garcia Plaza for what he's done with Alaves since taking over. He got them promoted 2 seasons ago. Came up through the playoff. It took a last-second extra time penalty from Villalibre, who returns to the squad this year from Athletic Club. A last-second penalty in the final against Levante that brought them up. A 10th place finish last year. Perhaps with a few sneaky signings. Stoichkov from Eibar. Villalibre. See what Conechny can bring. Perhaps they can take another step forward. It's worth noting, by the way, that if Luis Garcia Plaza makes it through this season in his 15-year managerial, or I should say in his 24-year managerial career, his 15 stops, it would be the longest tenure of any of the clubs he's been at. Sneaks it through. Guridi did enough. That might be a corner. It is. Correctly called. From the shadows into the sunlight it goes. Bamba, who likes to take on defenders one-on-one, has been isolated and isn't receiving the ball in deep enough positions yet today. This time he receives it in a spot where he's fouled, and a set piece perhaps coming. Oh, a quick restart though for Celta. Ball is lobbed into the area and eventually sails away for a goal kick. Bamba thought he was fouled again. They just look all out of sorts in this first half. That didn't tend to be the case in the short stint that Giraldez was in charge towards the end of last season. We're going to get here at halftime and into the second half a good idea of what his adjustment tactics can look like. Because it's pretty clear that a change of some kind is required. It's plucked away by Garcia. Spread out wide for Vicente, who lofts it right back in. Guridi got his head to it. Didn't have enough power or direction on it. Aspas is down following a chopping challenge. It looked like Blanco got a decent chunk of him. This is the club of his life, and he's going to be here until he determines that him being on the pitch is more hurtful than helpful. Based on the way he played last year, his age 36 season, we don't think that he'll take too many steps backwards this year, if any at all. Here he is. How about that for a pass? Kept by Mingueza. Manquillo. Too much. Last thing that Celta want or need is to have a first half like the one they had last year that put them in the relegation zone. They always seem to be fighting out of it until more than midway through the season. They won just one of their first 16 league games last year. It took them until match day 19 to get a victory against a team that wouldn't end up getting relegated. They beat Granada and Almeria. And in terms of the league, it took them until match days 36 and 37 to string together back-to-back wins. Make no mistake, when Giraldez took over, things got better, but this plan isn't going to fix itself in just a couple of weeks. Bamba. Early ball comes in. That's a good one. Aspas! Just like that. The captain's back. Vigo's own does it again. Against the run of play, Celta scrape one across before halftime, and it's 1-1. Bamba found the space, and that is, ooh, I don't know, that's really close. The semi-automated offside will make the decision for us. It was well laid off by Dubicas, and the only question that remains is, will this count? To the naked eye, it looked like there was a toe that, no pun intended, was towing the line. Once again, our rookie referee, in this case, this decision is completely out of his hands, is in the spotlight. Quintero Gonzalez is waiting on Trujillo Suarez, the VAR official, to give him word. In principle, these decisions shouldn't take very long. And this triple box is never a good sign for the goal-scoring side. That toe from Dubicas sure looks to be in an offside position. It is. It's official, and this will not count. In many ways, the draining energy of celebrating a goal like that and having it not count can do the opposite for your momentum. Celta will have to get right back on their horse here and try to replicate the passage of play that just got them to what appeared to be a game-tying goal. No surprise that the amount of added time is as large as it is. Bamba keeps it moving. Mingueza chips it up. Aspas is waiting for it, and that's really calm from Diarra. of time for this first half tale to twist further. Alvarez is pulled back by Conechny, and it's an unnecessary booking for the Alaves newbie. This is better from Celta. Beltran stays with it. Conechny knew he was beaten. Beltran again. That's Aduvicas, rather. I beg your pardon, and he gives it away. Flicked on for Romero to try and chase. Foul from Alvarez, which again you would call unnecessary from Celta's perspective. Just a little shove. It's Garcia Plata's side who want to think a little bit further about halftime. Maybe just a brief recalibration to get things back on track. These teams met last season. Alaves blew them out of the water at the end of the year, and they did it at Mendizorroza. They played to a 1-1 draw here in the first half of the season. But a 3-0 thumping on match day 33. Bamba may have handled that. He's not putting up a convincing argument otherwise. Romero has played really tight to that touchline. He's not straying from it either. Diarra can't see that one. It's well overhit. Frustration setting in for Garcia Plata. Ball comes in. That's decent. Halfway chested by Duvicas. He couldn't bring it under control at the second time of asking. Out comes Sivera to claim it. That's a silky pass over the top, and Dubicas wasn't too far away. This is his spot right now, his number 9 position to lose after the departure of Strand Larsen, who formed a successful partnership with Aspas last year. Mingueza drops the shoulder, looks to get his cross in, away by Abqar. Now Bamba. Low crosser comes. This is Dubicas. Again, the control's just not good enough. It's a poor giveaway and a foul that perhaps happened several moments prior. His first touch here from Dubicas. It's got to be a little bit better. But we had the 8 added minutes, and now comes the fun part for Alejandro Quintero Gonzalez to walk in with the home team trailing by a goal after he almost sent off the eternal captain of Vigo. It's 1-0 to Alaves. A goal from Quique Garcia. There's still 45 minutes, though, left in this one, and anything can happen. We'll have the second half for you on the other side.
Every match has that one moment that can change everything. Understand the skill and precision behind that play. With Beyond Stats powered by Microsoft and La Liga, millions of data points and AI technology come together to give you a new perspective on the game you love.
15 minutes or so of that first half did tend to teeter towards Celta. It's one Swede for the other as Svedberg comes in, and Starfelt is the man who departs. So see Javi Rodriguez make an entrance for Manquillo, and Bamba is out as Gileson takes his place. Those are undoubtedly attack-minded substitutions to begin the second half. Alaves stick with the same 11 that they started the game with Sivera in goal, Diarra, Tenaglia, Abqar, and Vicente. That's a foul and could, on another day, be considered for a booking. Guridi, Blanco, Guevara, Conechny, Garcia, and Romero. As for Celta now, Carlos Dominguez. That's Gileson. Mingueza, Hugo Alvarez, Damian Rodriguez. Just shunned off the ball and fouled. Fran Beltran, Dubicas, and Aspas. Here is the aforementioned Luca Romero. Left-footed curler comes in. That's Garcia again. Not a terrible deflection, and not too dissimilar from his first goal. Romero is beaten. Mingueza has made the run in towards the box, blew a tire, got back up. This is Aspas, nearly misplayed by Diarra, but he manages to recover somehow. This game is poised to open up if the scoreline remains, with Celta having no choice but to get a bit more aggressive. Boot from Vicente, got away with it because he made the proper contact, or no? Nobody seemed to hear the whistle. Dominguez. Too heavy, from Svedberg, and he took a spill too. Referee just wanting to ensure that he's all right. is controlled by Celta, picked up by Conechny. Garcia stays down behind the play. It's a late challenge from Gileson. Here's Guevara. And Rodriguez cannot keep it in play, so Alaves, whose possessions have been short and sweet in the second half, but they found effectiveness in them. They've got a corner. Need to take. Back post bound, met by Guridi. Gileson does enough. Celta try to re-establish their high line. Forces Sivera to go over the top, which he manages to do nicely. Guevara. Guevara again. Blanco. Here comes Celta, and quickly Duvicas is in behind. Tassos Duvicas! It was another question of a hairline offside. And had that hit the back of the net, we'd be having further questions. Unfortunately for Celta, it appears they won't get a corner out of this because the flag came up. Otherwise, they would have. An Abqar, unfortunately for Alaves, has hit the deck and, well, has popped right back up. This is going to be interesting for Alejandro Quintero Gonzalez. It's no different than what he had to manage in La Liga high promotion. Teams ahead, especially on the road, trying to waste time. But it's a whole new ballgame in La Liga EA Sports. The professionals are more professional when it comes to getting it right, and Abqar did get stamped. Here's Mingueza. Looking for an avenue. He goes over the top. It's a halfway decent ball, but very difficult to handle. Not liking what he saw. Claudio Giraldez makes 3 halftime changes, which leaves him with just 2 more for the remainder of the night. Two of the more familiar faces of La Liga EA Sports remain on the bench in Ilaix Moriba and Borja Iglesias. Mingueza. Oftentimes you'll see managers take their time with new incoming talents to try and integrate them slowly into their new clubs. Other times, less often, you'll see them grab a new talented player by the scruff of the neck and say, get in there and just go play football. Svedberg wants to have a run. Weaves his way inside. It was just behind Aspas. Picked up by Conechny. Aspas doesn't want to slow down. Slipped in and hoofed away by Tenaglia. Alaves are the side now preparing a change. It is one of their new signings, Hugo Novoa, who comes over from RB Leipzig for €1.5 million, and it is Luca Romero who will depart. Novoa, just 21 years old. Had been with Leipzig for the last 3 years. Prior to that, well, hold on, because here's Carlos Vicente, and he cannot put it in the back of the net, and it wouldn't have counted anyway. I think we all knew that the flag was likely to come up that time, even Vicente. With the flick on from Guridi, you could tell his heart wasn't in it. Just that note on Novoa. He finished his formative years at Leipzig in their youth academy, but prior to that, spent 6 years here in Galicia with Deportivo La Coruña, who will begin life this weekend in La Liga high promotion. They're back in the second tier, the 2000 La Liga champions, after spending 4 long years in the third tier of Spanish football. But Galician football appears to be back. Given away by Mingueza. Here comes Guridi. Trying to tug him down. Guridi allowed to continue because he can. Chopped in towards Quique Garcia, whose control lets him down. Tough one to handle. And now Celta break the other way. Here's Dubicas. Tapped away by Tenaglia, who's fired up, and it's going to be a Celta corner. Trying to spur them on as we hit the hour mark. Rodriguez in. Alvarez will try it again. That takes a little deflection on its way, and Sivera will cover it up. It's worth noting as we reach the ultimate half an hour here that Alaves have beaten Celta just once here at Balaidos in their top flight history, as Giraldez is the latest participant to head to the book. Again, Celta breaking forward. Alvarez, though, dispossessed at one of the crucial moments. Giles saw pressure. Aspas with his head up gives it a go for Svidberg, who keeps it in. He needs runners in the box. He's got absolutely nobody in there. Well, he had one player in Dubicas, but everybody else was on the outskirts. Celta need a goal. Mingueza, that's decent. Oh, it's really decent. Aspas missed it. Hit the target. Sivera was right there. Didn't have to do much. Just stand in the way. Oh, that's a really well taken effort by Iago Aspas to put it on target. I think he thought he had that one too. The first sniff of a chance tonight for Celta, their first shot on target. Dubicas is tripped, and this will set up an interesting opportunity and a decision to make. Conventional thinking will tell you it's a bit too far out for a shot on target. And it looks like we'll get the debut of Moriba for Celta, perhaps just after this free kick. Mingueza can hit these. There's a wall in front of him. It is Oscar Mingueza going for goal. It took a deflection, and it's cleared away by Abqar. Sivera again with another quick reaction. Oh, it just clicked off of Diarra. He's going to hear about that later from his keeper. That's the last thing you want to see if you're a keeper, is a last-second redirection. Moriba's come into the game. It's his Celta debut. 21 years old still. I know we've been talking about him for years. That's because he made his debut for Barca in 21. And he sticks with it. Does well enough to keep it alive. Dubicas on the turn. Needs runners in the box. There's Moriba. Oh, and he just missed it. A renewed sense of life for Celta with these substitutions. They're getting closer. Alvarez flicks it along. Svidberg. Villar. Svidberg! How about that? A rocket from Sweden. it's 1-1. The pressure had been mounting, and despite an initial heavy touch here with the outside of his boot, Villar just provided us with a picture-perfect masterpiece. A goal of the highest quality. That's how you open your account for the new La Liga season. Game on at Balaidos. There were questions about an offside in the first Celta goal. It was confirmed that Aspas's goal would not count. No problems with this one. There were also questions about who might replace Jørgen Strand Larsen's production. The Celta are on the run. They might feel that they can grab two in a matter of moments, and it's Iago Aspas who loses control at the crucial moment. And Luis Rioja and Stoichkov have been called upon by Luis Garcia Plaza to provide reinforcement. Conechny's debut is done. We'll have another debut in Stoichkov, who has been outstanding for Abqar over the past couple of years. He switches from one Basque team to the next. Both of those players inserted for Alaves to try and find goals. Rioja, one of just two players, along with Samu Omarodian last year, to score more than 3 goals. He had 5. And Stoichkov is a name that we're pretty familiar with in terms of La Liga hypermotion. This is his La Liga EA Sports debut. He's 30 years old and has not gotten his opportunity despite having played in Spain now professionally for 7 years. He's a hunter. He knows how to score goals. He's scored double-digit goals in 5 of the last 6 seasons, and he's pretty recognizable with the frosted tips. He's away from the area this time, and Garcia was the one, I believe, who got the last touch to it. That was Novoa, who was in there as well, right at the edge of that. Here's Stoichkov as he takes it away. Rioja lofts it in, looking for Novoa. Popped up by Mingueza. Novoa still fighting for it. Seen out by Svidberg. Vicente gets it in. Garcia holds it up. Got to turn it now. 20 minutes to go, and there are no signs of either side settling. This is one of the many reasons that we love match day 1, because If these two teams are playing on match day, let's call it 33, and 1 point becomes more valuable at that stage, we might see both teams backing off. Not tonight. Not yet. Vicente appeared to get away with a rugby tackle, and now he's on the ball. Stoichkov in front of him, Novoa to his right. Corner. Corner number 3 for the visitors. Curled in by Vicente. Rioja calls for calm. And the 22,500 at Balaidos see what this game has turned into. Stoichkov sticks with it, trying to stay there. A foul given against Celta, despite Dupicus being the one on the ground. Alaves knows he has to be careful. He's already in the book. Indeed it was. Beg your pardon. Gilson. And the ball boy doing his homeward duties. Diarra looking for help. Manages to get it away. Stoichkov will latch on to this. Now he too needs support. Garcia working into the middle. Well, that's a nifty pass looking for Guevara. Villar got there first. After the chaos of Svedberg's goal and the aftermath, this game has finally taken a breath. Dominguez looking long. Nothing doing. This appears to be the time when hydration is required which will allow both sides for one last roll of the dice as we get another look at the outside of Viljar Svidberg's boot. There were questions about who would pick up the slack with Strand Larsen out, leaving for Wolves. That is one massive response. For Celta, last year, no team utilized their forwards for a higher percentage of their goals scored. The front line were their go-to, and they were extremely reliant on that all year long. So their hope was that reinforcements this year elsewhere could also help lighten the load. This could be a guy right here that can help them score goals. The two big names of Ilaix Moriba and Borja Iglesias. On loan from Betis. And perhaps a missing puzzle piece. At 31 years old, he's had a strange road over the last few years. He's mostly been recognizable in the green and white, but did have some time on loan at Bayer Leverkusen in the spring. He makes his Celta debut. Somehow Svidberg manages to keep that in, doing his defensive duties and then drawing a foul. Borja does very well to hold it up. Celta are away, with Iglesias in the middle. Aspas. Trying to slice it in. That one was red. Novoa still going. Stoichkov. Back for Novoa. Alaves have numbers here. It's Carlos Vicente slipping it across, and the back heel from Novoa slithers wide, and that goes down as a chance missed. Perhaps too unselfish on more than one occasion. Look at the space Novoa is in here. Gave it up very quickly. So Kiki Garcia has run his race. He's got the Alaves goal. He'll be replaced by a legend of the game, Asier Villalibre, at least in Vitoria terms. And Carlos Benavidez as well, who scored a couple of goals late last season, comes on for Guevara. And that is it for substitutions tonight. Svidberg, Iglesias, Rodriguez for Aspas, Mingueza, Gileson gave it away. Stoichkov is on the run. It's a chance for Alaves. The new man, Stoichkov, tried to chip it over the top. Moments in this game for both sides, and this time it's good recovery defending, it has to be said, from Javi Rodriguez. But a chance missed. Stoichkov again. Tried to wiggle through. Gileson takes it away. Referee allows play to move on. Gileson taking all of the space provided to him, but nobody gave him a shout. He's now caught out of position. Benavidez. Another slip. Villalibre. Is it his moment again? Villar's up to it. 2 in a row. Big saves. One from Villar and the other from the recovering defense. And here we come the other way. This game is wide open. Aspas lost it. Not a bad way to start your Friday night. The only question left is there a winner in this? One thing we can be sure of, if this is the type of attacking football these two teams plan to play this year, it's going to be fun to watch both of them in La Liga EA Sports. Mingueza. Svedberg. Here's Aspas! Celta proud. You can never say never with him, because at the slightest glimpse of an opportunity, Iago Aspas is going to take it. He is the eternal captain. This one should count. This will confirm it. No question. Well, maybe one tiny question is whether or not Iglesias there gets in the way. I don't see it. You never know. It looks like a winner. And it's well deserved for Celta, who complete a full comeback in a game that took them a while to break into. But they are here, and this season looks like a success on the surface. Aspas with his first. And now Alaves are the team forced to chase. Of course, the way Celta are running, wouldn't be surprised to see them grab a third. Aspas has now scored 12 times in 14 games against Alaves. Didn't score in either of the games last year, and by his standards had a down year last year. He's off to the right start. That's given away cheaply, though. No numbers for Alaves, and yet a necessary foul. And subsequent yellow card will come for Damian Rodriguez. Rioja was on the run, and he did have a little bit of support, but that was the right decision, I think, for Rodriguez and Celta. Does set up a set piece, though. In by Rioja, away by Mingueza, only as far as Vicente, who gets it all wrong. He's not a natural defender by trade, Carlos Vicente. He's played some of this game at right back, which is something that unofficially he's done one time in his career in the third tier of Spanish football. That's vintage Celta. The little slip pass right there in behind, with the runner Aspas making no mistake afterwards, and the immediate crest grab. Fully ageless. It's worth mentioning that the last time Celta won an opening day game was 2015. They haven't won it yet. Rioja turns the corner. It's missed by Gilson, and it comes out to the top of the box. Blocked Vicente. Villalibre. Rioja. Away by Gilson. Better that time. Alaves trying to pin Celta back. But now Celta have numbers. And now they can run. Not to say that they want to at this point. They've got all the goals they need. Frustration again for Alaves. Late concessions were a big problem last year. First half of the season, they dropped more points from leading positions than any other team in La Liga. EA Sports, they've got 7 minutes to salvage something. Time wasting is an art. We've played one of the 7, and nothing has come close to transpiring on the other end of the pitch. Celta have the luxury as one of the only teams in the league this year to play their first 2 games at home. They'll host Valencia at Balaidos next Friday. Moriba can keep it in play. Whip it into the box where Aspas is waiting. Alaves have the luxury of going home next weekend, but it won't be easy. A matchup at Mendizorroza with Real Betis is in the cards. Stoichkov over the top. Rioja has been a bright spot down the left since coming on. Cleared away by Gileson. Fought for by Borja Iglesias, who just taps it out. It's emergency mode for Alaves. Novoa wiggles through the defense, tried to feed Stoichkov. Aspas is always going to get that call. There was no better script to write tonight. Corner flag will do. Touch. Villar got there. He's made a couple of big saves tonight. And a yellow card, which from our referee Quintero Gonzalez appears to be for multiple infringements. I don't believe that was assessed to Iglesias. I think he was the one fouled. Unless it was for multiple dissents, but that would be surprising. It's Abqar. Iglesias on the turn. Moriba will get to this. Trying to win a corner. He's done that. He seems to like his new home. This is a textbook winding down of the clock. This is how you close out games. Look how many players are in the box for Celta. It's definitely not going there. Alaves doing everything they can to squeeze one more opportunity out of this, but it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. This is it for them. Forward by Sivera. Flicked on by Villalibre. Chested down by Stoichkov. Collected by Benavidez. Nestled by Vicente. It's got to go into the box. And it certainly can't go backwards. Flag comes up on the other side for offside. How much more added time will the referee ask for? None. Celta get the job done at Balaidos. They come back from a goal down in the first half, score 2 in the second half, and they were 2 goals worthy of 3 points. Villar started it, and Iago Aspas ended it. He is the MVP of the night because he is Celta's MVP. Almost every